As much as I like having a wolf fortress, I'd rather have a raptor tiger fortress. I'm not entirely sure what's going on in that picture. Except that it looks like a lawn gnome. David Bowie has created masterpiece laurel leaf cold soup. Delicious. I guarantee you we could sell some of that. Actually. Do I have entire meals that I can sell? A meat barrel, a fish barrel, some nuts. Somehow there's a way to sell those meals that they make. And those can bring you tons of money. All the dwarf bucks you could ever want to swim in. Drinks. Whatever. We don't need to cheat the system with fancy food. More importantly, we don't share our food. Even though I am curious. Just still preparing lavish meals there. Okay. Greetings, noble dwarf, the keeper says. There is much to discuss. It's a pleasant place you've carved out for you. Several years ago, Buxa's submerged tundra, the innocent feet of Glaze, became overlord of the High Fellowship. A whole lot of reclaiming going on. The latest news from Bristled Grasps is that a few years ago the site was conquered by the Silty Doom. A few years ago, refugees calling themselves the Band of Patterning fled from the area just before an army of the Devil of Lightning, led by the lizard folk witch Atkust, descended upon the place. At least they had warning to get out in time, I guess. That dwarf peacock is a worldly merchant, gambler dwarf. He doesn't actually live in the mountain homes, he travels all over the world. Okay, let's see. Dwarves and orcs. Do I need to tithe them anything else? Or do you guys think we're finally good with them? Let's see. I want all of the bars that they brought, and they brought a ton of bars. Bunch of worthless blocks I don't need. If they were a little bit cheaper, I would take them. Gold nuggets? No. I don't think so. Let's see. I think the only other thing we'd possibly want from them is armor. These are a bunch of instruments and trinkets. I didn't bring any animals worth getting. There's no reason there couldn't be a mimic in the game, though. A sun gold pick. Sun gold is amazingly expensive. We bought tons of weapons over the years, but where's the armor? That's the number one thing I've requested from them even in the past, was armor and maces. A stork suede toga, okay. Let's trade for all of this cheap stuff. What is this? Moon silver? Mel shirt. On the item is a well-designed image of an anvil and tiger eye, and an image of a dwarf and goose bone. I'm sure somebody would love to wear that into battle. I probably don't even have enough. I might. Maybe honeycomb. Okay. Most likely I won't trade with the orcs. I don't think we're gonna have enough to actually get anything from them. Most of this money that we've got and stuff to trade is gonna be going strictly to all of this. As long as it's not sun gold that I'm trading for. If our dwarves want to wear bling, they better get their asses down to the caverns and dig it out themselves. White bronze cap. This is what I want, all this crap, but I'm gonna cry because we won't be able to afford half of it. I think there's like probably just 3 more pages of this steel cap. We haven't even made it to the tunics yet. Chests and bags and bags and bags. Maybe they didn't bring any tunics. Tons of bolts. Bunch of crap we don't need. Wow. Actually, all of this thread as well. Here we go. Greaves, trousers. Oh my god. 5,000 dwarf bucks for moon silver greaves. That's disgusting. That's a fourth of what we've paid already. So I don't think we're getting any greaves or tunics this time. Sorry guys, you're gonna lose your legs. And hopefully this covers it. With all of your trade goods such as they are, I can't fathom you ending up with all of those items. What do you mean? You're making a ton of money from us. How could you not be happy with that? There we go. I have 1 bucket, or 1 good bin left worth 793 dwarf bucks. Grimith, your job is done here. The mountain homes made a pretty penny from us today. But we've got a lot more gear for our military to possibly equip and use. Which means maybe they won't get strangled to death by a single groblin who breaks through the line, slacks. What is that, metal slime? Is that a dragon? If the elves would bring me a dragon egg, we could try. But I think that takes like 100 years to hatch a dragon egg. Dragon egg. And I feel like we'd have to make it its own huge giant temple room to place the egg in the center. There's no way that's a kobold. I mean, it looks pitiful enough to be a kobold, but it doesn't look cute enough. More crafting workshops, probably. Algonian, I can see that. It's an Ixar. How many different lizard races can we name? We've got Argonians, we've got Ixar. Those are the only 2 I know. Okay. Basically, I'm just setting up these bedrooms, placing beds, doors, and cabinets. And then we'll do chests on this side. These might be the most complete dwarven rooms that we've made yet. Goldini, we need to finish your tomb. Red World. You need to have your rooms boosted up a little bit. You've got a total of 10 kills. It's pretty impressive. And Kate, you're never happy. You need a decent office. Ultimate Warrior. Kate. Okay. I have no idea how you're unhappy still. Even with all these fancy engravings that we've got on your walls here. This one is a masterfully designed image of Paige Telcordai, the Moss Dwarfette, and Spider-Man the Shroom Dwarfette made by Robocop. Paige is making a plaintive gesture. Spider-Man is laughing. The artwork relates to the mortal wounding of the Moss Dwarfette Paige by Spider-Man, 1879. You even got a picture of Paige being brutally murdered in there, by Spider-Man. How could you not be happy? This one is the Healing of Severing. Engraved on the wall is an exceptionally designed image of Sky Dungeons, the Grobliness, and Fresh Brass, the Playful Summer, the Rhino Woman. Relates to the killing of the Grobliness by the Rhino Woman, 700 years ago. And this one relates to the selection of Grimmeth to the position of Expedition Leader when we set out in 1877. Before he said fuck that, and basically just went to carpentry and being paid off by the elves. He decided he wanted to train tigers instead. So, we need a tomb. Have it double doored for extra security. And the coffin there. So... pretty good chance none of this will be good enough for you. And you'll still bitch and complain. But I'll try. That is how I explain you no longer being in charge. You saw Ultimate Warrior come along and you said you've got better things to do than run this group of heathens. You've got elves to terrify. And you don't need the burden of political office to accomplish that. Oh, I'm about to go get another drink here in a minute. Let me set some tasks to be handled. We could fire Ultimate Warrior if you want your position back. Just say it. We'll replace him right now. Your position has always been waiting for you. They said they would hold it indefinitely. Of course, then you have to be under GoldenEye's basically direct command, and that's pretty horrible in and of itself if you've met him. Okay, I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. Hopefully we don't get sieged and no one dies down in the caverns before I get back. What's this talk about building walls to keep out mud snakes? Down to like 19 frames a second now. So I've got a boar fighting a pecket down there. And a pecket is apparently a goat type creature, a swamp four-legged moss eater found in the damp caves. And it's pretty beat up from the boar. Yeah, true, tables are cheap. Export of tables is prohibited, and export of vests is prohibited. Max is focused right now. I have a feeling... Yep, okay. We need to get the military down here. I don't know where you guys have been stationed, but move yourselves there. Oh, they've been down here the entire time guarding for snakes. But we're gonna request their presence back here to kind of help Max. Max has a bright future ahead of himself if he doesn't die. Okay, you know what? Just gonna have to set all of these doors. Well, that's not actually the right one. And all of these are unfortunately gonna have to be made pet passable because that is killing some of my frame rate too. Good job, guys. You cut through that wildlife like it wasn't even there. Also, with the death of Celigus, we have an opening. Does anybody volunteer for the military? Before I just randomly assign someone? Looks like most people don't have any skills for it. Bobbert Paulson, an expert axe dwarf. I'm not gonna put any of our visitors in there, as tempting as it is. Cavern wrestler. None of my other dwarves have any skills. I don't really have a Marks dwarf squad. Too many of my dwarves became attached to their weapons. So I decided not to follow through with that idea. Let's see. We'll put Sleepy Joe in there. He's been a fighter. He was the original guy who lost his name. Also, Mike Wallace. Still sitting there. Doesn't seem to be dying or anything. He's flashing for some reason, which kind of worries me. He doesn't feel anything after being confined. He was interested in a fine door, probably the door that's in his room that he can stare at. He was interested near a fine restraint. You know, he's chained up in here, but the chain's nice. The door is pretty. Cool kid is fighting. Can we stop fighting the Peckets? They should all be dead by now. You've got a... Grimmeth has a point. Also, let me check something. Make Moist Hatchet's great again. Did anybody lose their name? I could have... Yes. Newtent. At some point, you've lost your name. You have one notable kill and 6 others. You killed Gallows Bearded the Mud Snake, the one that killed Celigus. You got revenge. You worship Kurlig, the deity. Often takes the form of a female stone dwarfette and is associated with fortresses. You had a bath recently, so you're very content, and you're a stone dwarf. You dream of raising a family someday that, I'm gonna have to spoil it for you, probably won't happen in the military. I'd be surprised if you get enough free time. And if you live long enough. Forbid. I don't want to forbid anything. Workshop orders. Activity zone orders. I feel like I need to do something at some point to get all these dwarves to stop going outside. Like, I'm not sure what they're doing. Make ash. Variax is making charcoal. TK is butchering an animal. A dead macaw, probably. Yeah, who got their dingaling chopped off? Was that Revy too? Or was that a Furby? It's the only injury downtown that we've saw so far. Invent the computer. I wish I could. We'd set up a cyber cafe and let them just stay in there all day. Steal off the fortress. We wouldn't even need to deal with diplomats or anything like that. Just send them emails. Let's see. War Raptor training, yes. I'm not entirely sure why that's not been done yet. Actually, it's probably because Diso is... Are you in the military? No. What are you doing, Diso? Steve Irwin is training a stray raptor. Well, Diso, Steve came along and took your job. He's always wanted to work with raptors and exotic animals. And the gunslinger has been taken by a mood. There he goes. He has the aspect of someone fey. Please claim a good shop. I don't think he's going to. He marches down the hallway with a deadly look in his eye. Jumping over tables and hands springing off of chairs. Where are you going? He comes into the library. Okay. You're in the library, it means I don't have what you want. I'm pretty sure. Well, what workshop am I missing? A bower's workshop? I don't have that. Is he gonna make us a legendary bow? What else am I missing? A siege workshop. There's no such thing as artifact siege weapons. A fishery that we're not making. And all this other stuff doesn't actually count. That's gotta be the only one we're missing is a bowery. Aim point, I think if one of their man handles, their man maces got chopped off, it could be picked up and used as a weapon. You could probably even throw it at somebody and spear him with it. True, I could make a third squad and specifically set it up this time to be March Dwarves. Armok knows I've got enough idlers at this point, it wouldn't really affect us anywhere. I mean, the industry in the fortress is going well. We don't need more bodies. Okay, who's making this? Chewy is. He carries the wooden blocks over there and constructs the bower's shop. Question is that what he wanted? Yep. There he goes. Word travels quickly in the fortress. But he heard that we had a new shop set up, the one that he was looking for. This is almost done, and then we're gonna wall this off here. And maybe wall some of this off too. So actually, let's have upstairs right there, and we no longer need this ramp. Get out of my life. This is our Mark's Dwarfs theme song. And there he goes. He claims the shop. Let's see what you've got, Gunslinger. How fitting that he would be wanting to make some type of legendary bow. Whatever he wants is outside the fortress. With his name and this song all playing while he makes this, it had damn well better be the best artifact ever. Don't let us down, Gunslinger. The entire fortress is watching you right now. I don't think he went to get a body part. He went further out probably to grab some wood. Hello, Barden. You're just in time to hopefully see an artifact bow get created. Finally, the merchants are leaving. Which will bring my frame rate back up a little bit. There he is. There was a very specific piece of wood out there. You could smell it. It took him a little bit, but he finally tracked the scent down. And it's a piece of pomelo wood. Pomelo wood. He tries to run inside, but's pushed over and ran into by multiple wagons. You can do it, Gunslinger, just get through there. I'll probably go grab some metal stuff now. Grab a bunch of gems. And we meet with the White Naga lawgiver. Says there's much to discuss. Like usual, they're pleased with our progress, and he says the latest news from Mesh Doom is that several years ago the site was conquered by the Kingdom of Pets. A worthless kingdom of slaves, ran by one of the wizard towers. A lemon tree? I don't know if that would be good for bow carving or not. David Bowie's created a masterpiece laurel leaf slab cake. Piece of cake fit for even a king. If he would have been killed by a wagon, I would have been speechless. Also, probably should dig some downstairs there, that way the dwarfs can get up and down. Because right now, Quartik is trapped up top. He's set to pick up equipment up here, but he's currently just enjoying the view of our half-finished walls. Bunch of masterworks have been shipped off. Cowboy Duke, Goldeneye, Rosa Gustina. You've all lost some. That is apparently a bug, by the way, that Toady says he will fix. Good lord. Look, guys, don't get mad that I'm giving your masterworks away. They're going back to the Empire. They're fancy enough that they'll probably be paraded around for a little bit. And at the very least, they will end up probably in some noble's house. Get rid of these damn trees. The last thing I need is another object for my dwarves to climb up and get stuck on. Okay, Quartic, I don't know what you're doing. You've fallen asleep up there, daydreaming as the clouds roll by overhead. Possibly doing your best to get out of any type of work at all. You're currently going to pick up 25 arrows. Your motto is always deal fairly. He's a shroom dwarf, and he dreams of mastering a skill. And no, they're not supposed to be butthurt whenever you sell masterpiece items. I think it's more designed for if another dwarf rampages and destroys something. So, I mean, honestly, if you sell it away or trade it away, it's not being destroyed. They're crafting these things knowing that we want to sell them. He's getting high on the roof. Why aren't you sharing, you bastard? Oh yeah. None of the stone that we have cut into. There's rabbit blood on the wall, pyrite clusters. I mean, I just don't see any stone around here that we could smelt down. This is all chalk. And this entire level is nothing but rapid granite. If we want to have our own metal industry, I'm gonna have to dig down. Possibly into the next cavern layer. And some more migrants have arrived. Yay. Just what I wanted. What is this stone? Rough-hewn diorite. If I'm not mistaken, diorite can be turned into iron. So let's see. That's definitely not the right place. Dig that out and dig that out. We'll see how that lines up. We're gonna have a little small spiraling exploratory mining tunnel here. I don't want to depend on traders for every little bar that we get. It takes more than one bar to create a suit of armor. And, Goldeneye, you finally met with the orc diplomat. The world is the same as ever as far as they're concerned. We tell them much the same. No iron but gold or gems? Well, crap. Then we'll just keep spiraling on down until we get to the next cavern layer, maybe. It's not the most beautiful tunnel in the world, but it'll do. If we find a bunch of gold, we can make a ton of gold armor, and then ride into combat incredibly blingy, but ultimately not very defended. It's gotta be more than just those two, isn't it? Cancel. And the gunslinger has finally gathered everything he needed. He's begun his construction. With any luck, it won't be completely worthless. I'm expecting maybe some... I don't know. I don't have much hope. Okay. Dig down there. Magnetite, limonite, and hematite. I don't even remember if on the world generation, whenever we were choosing this location, if it said anything about deep metals. I believe it's possible to embark in locations that have no metals at all, really. Let me see something real quick. Smelt metal object. These are all the types of ores that I can smelt. Cassiterite, cobaltite, galena. Yeah. So this stone is just basically crap they're gonna use for crafts. Trade for martial metals. My only... I mean, I guess I can continue to trade for full pieces of armor just by crafting mugs, but eventually I would like to have the ability to craft our own. That way our dwarves are like engraving, or not engraving, but creating them with stories and stuff on them. And let's see, the gunslinger has created Shosh Bardom, a Pomelo wood makeshift crossbow. It's called the Sandaled Fight. It's a Pomelo wood makeshift crossbow. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. It's encircled with bands of pomelo wood, pear-cut dendric agates, and fire clay. This object is adorned with hanging rings of fire clay and menaces with spikes of sheep wool, hecate tough bone, and clay. Not too bad. Question is, do I have any marks dwarfs already that could possibly use that? Spear dwarf, mace dwarf, hammer dwarf, legendary. Rambo's a legendary spear dwarf. And no, they're all mace dwarf and axe dwarfs, except for Nalst, who is a proficient wrestler. Yeah, did it mention deep metal? I'm curious if it did or not. We will create a new squad. An archer squad. Except actually it shouldn't be archers, so I'll have to go in and adjust that. And who is going to be in here? Who wants to lead this squad? Jeff is a competent march dwarf. If he's... We've got Jobson, who's an adequate march dwarf. I mean, Jobson, I think you're gonna get it. I think you were a hunter for a while too, so that's fitting. It'll probably be a small squad to start with. We'll give you Jeff, because he already knows how to use bows. Whoever that's gonna be. If I don't have to train them to be archers, that's even better. Lemmy, a proficient March Dwarf. Very deep soil and deep metal, well, that should be fun. I'll probably have to go down to like the 3rd cavern just to get metal. Novice Wrestler. Han Solo, talented March Dwarf. I actually want him to continue hunting. He's one of our primary sources of basically dead animals. Alianera, you get in there. The Joker, March Dwarf. And I'm pretty sure that is all we've got. So, Jobson. If I can find you. Individual choice ranged? I don't think so. You're going to get Shosh Bardem, the legendary bow. Choice ranged. Everyone should have their choice on ranged. The magical gears. For now, we'll tell them that they can train down here at this archery range. No one is. But none of the other dwarves are actually archers. I would like to see this stuff get used at some point, but who knows. And say they shouldn't use arrows at all. How do I remove that? And delete you. Okay. Delete the arrows. And that's good. So everyone's gonna have tons of bolts. In fact, the magical gears are gonna have all the bone bolts. And for now, I'm just gonna have them train in here. I'm not entirely sure what you do with flux stone. Do I build a time machine with it? What use is it? Oh no, they've been starved to death. I'll check their equipment here in a little bit, GoldenEye, and see if we even have any bows. As far as I know, I'm not sure we've got very many. Flux equals steel. But don't you have to have something else in order to get steel from that flux? Because if not, then I'll just dig out great swaths of chalk and start making steel from it. Iron plus flux equals steel. Well, I don't give a rat's ass about having flux then. Until we find a way to get iron. I'm not sure we'll have all the stuff needed until I dig far enough down to completely kill the fortress. And we've got tons of charcoal. What is going on here? GoldenEye, you are carrying something to a barrel. Goat fat. You don't mind getting your hands a little bit dirty. I very rarely ever make any type of I don't even know what to call it, those additional types of metals. An amalgamation or whatever, probably the wrong word, of metals. If I can't just melt it down into iron, I probably definitely won't ever be making steel. Or black steel, or sun gold steel, or anything fancy. Oh, look at all these idlers. charcoal slash coke. Well, again, I probably got like 200 or 300 pieces of charcoal now. Are you ever gonna get out of there, Mike Wallace? He said, I was near to a door. It was very interesting. He's starting to fall in love with that door. It's the only thing he's seen for at least a month now, maybe 2. I have to say, solitary confinement is probably doing a number on him. He's probably gonna snap. He's twitching. Let's see, Mike Wallace. What's it say about him and Dwarf Therapist here? He is... dreams of mastering a skill. I was hoping it would show how angry he was. But his mood's only -3. Well, rest in peace, Mike. My dwarves are broken down into 2 moods right now. I have 110 dwarfs that feel fine, and 21 that feel quite content. None of my dwarfs regret living here at all, even Mike Wallace. Let's see, justice screen. No sentence pending. Okay. So that's the first time we've had to use the justice system, and it was surprisingly non-violent. Son of a gun. Let's go ahead and assign this tomb. Goldeneye, you better be happy with this. Oh, now you want a grand bedroom and a grand mausoleum. Fucking hate you. Never happy. Nothing's ever good enough. Red Worlds, you need some crap, and Kate, I hate you too. So, let's fix this real quick. This is not internal. I said it was definitely not internal. And okay, that fixed Kate. Not having that overlap. So Red World. Where the hell is your bedroom? Right here. That's your dining room. This will be your study room. And you just want your dining room to be a little bit more fancy, so we'll engrave this entire wall here. We'll give Goldeneye a burrow that is specifically his bedroom and his tomb. And that'll be the only place he can live. Yeah, I forgot about this, so let's copy and fix their schedule. A minimum of 5 dwarves. So this is, I could switch alerts and make them, I think that this is how I could make them patrol around certain areas. Okay. The mechanical gears, congratulations. Your group's been set up. Training should commence soon. Red World, that's right. Is that RoboCop? No, it's DeCoste. You had better have some skill before you touch those walls. Randy Savage turns the corner. Push him out of the way if you screw in this up, Randy. We don't need his crayon scribbles. Otherwise, Red World will never be happy. But thankfully he is, that's all it took. Chanel, you have not been reborn, so... We did just have that last migrant wave. Let me see. 8 dwarves. Did he get... I don't think he did... I don't think Chanel did get reborn. Because he didn't die too long ago. I don't see him in here. Okay. May your dwarf shine as bright as your first one did. Give this one to Celajust. Do we have any new visitors in here? Snogs. And... Legend of Man. I don't think anyone else has died. It's been depressingly quiet tonight. I'm not gonna name all of them just yet. We'll leave a couple of them unnamed. I know you guys can't see Dwarf Therapist, but... That's what I was doing. Grand bedroom and a grand mausoleum. I gotta fix this stones detailing crap too. What skill level was that heathen? He didn't even have a skill level. Why was he touching my walls? Actually, Chanel, that was you with a skill level of 5. You're not allowed. Get out of here. Only the experts can scribble on these walls. And you... Okay, so we can't export any tables, and you want some tables made, GoldenEye. Again, at least you're keeping your demands fairly simple. Let's engrave those pillars. And we'll actually take a look at those ones. And then engrave all of those. And that had better make you happy. It's like every time we meet one of the Baron's demands for one of his bedrooms, 2 more suddenly need boosted. Got beds to be made, tables to be made. Probably can't make the tables though, because I'm gonna guess we don't have enough stone. So, let's just do some digging. Maybe we'll hit some gems along the way as well. I don't like digging out huge, massive areas unless absolutely required for a huge stone project. Are cave-ins enabled yet? Because I remember it used to be if you dug out a big enough room, the ceiling would cave in on you. Does that still happen? It's the end of the season. Which I believe should bring us into a new year, maybe? Or we're heading into winter, perhaps. We're heading into winter. I'm actually surprised we weren't here sooner. Early winter, yeah. I was actually expecting to beat an early winter within like the first 30 minutes of the stream. Because this is honestly the season I think that we won't... we're not going to emerge from this one a beautiful butterfly. We're 131, Revy. So we are basically there. If the dwarves would just pop out a few more kids, we would already be at the limit. And if they'd stop dying to random things like snake worms, we'd have broken it. I'm not trying to give you guys too much a hard time, but could just stop dying. That'd be great. I'm slightly curious if the people that have petitioned to stay with you, do they count towards the population? Do they have any bearing on if Bowser shows up or not? I know they count as citizens. I can give them names, and I might be able to force jobs through Dwarf Therapist. A slightly less beautiful, but no less important moth? I don't know. Got some more tiger cubs. I mean, moths wouldn't be too bad. We would just be attracted to light instead of honey. And we'd be annoying as fuck instead of cute. I'm not sure. I don't know then. I'd have to weigh it. Good, the frogs can stay gone. The only other animal we've got anywhere on the map or in the caverns is a barn owl, currently flying high above the fortress. Probably waiting to pick off like a small animal or something. I believe giant eagles, if they come onto your map, can swoop down and actually pick up dwarves and carry them off. I've got a couple animals to give away. That sounds so bad. We're not gonna auction them off. We got a raptor, a black bear that we need trained. And Deso, I might have to check you. I don't think Steve has the skill to train a raptor. And if he does, he's taking his sweet time. Sabin is attempting to train the stray raptor. Well, no wonder it's taking so long. Yeah, moths can be scary. Those big nasty brown ones like half the size of your hand. I think it's a rabies infested bat coming at you at first. Guys, the elves are trying to infiltrate us with these trees. Trying to weaken our defenses. I wonder how many dwarfs it would take to fill this moat up. Actually, fuck it. I forgot that even if I do fill this moat up with buckets, it'll evaporate. For about 2 seconds, I was seriously considering trying to fill it with water. Hortek, you finally put your pipe down. Decided it was time to go back to training. Not sure whose clothes all these are, but let's claim them. Some items that are dropped outside are automatically set to be unclaimed, and they'll lay there forever. And then others that are dropped, the dwarves will fight each other to pick them up. I don't get it. Is there a way... Is it friendly items? Maybe it's just friendly items from friends that die you can't pick up. They're supposed to go to the next of kin. And a goblin diplomat from Inclino Conrumpo has arrived. Have you come to discuss the war? What are you doing? You fisher scum. I'm not actually sure where that dwarf went. You know what? I'm actually gonna let him fish for a little bit. If he gets caught in an ambush, he can be a forewarning. He can be the first alarm. I know arrows and bolts get auto-forbidden. Otherwise, a battle with archers would be just ridiculous, because you'd have hundreds of arrows everywhere. But, like, why do some clothes get forbidden? I can kill a whole goblin army, and 9 out of 10 items will just be ready to be taken. But then one body specifically is just no. I don't even have to click on that link to know it's the big green colorful moth. Like the one you fight in Dark Souls. Yep. Because when people say beautiful moths, that's the only one that anyone ever knows. There's no other moths that are beautiful. They're all brown, black, gray, with maybe a dash of orange here and there. Greetings, noble dwarf, the goblin lawgiver says, under her breath with contempt. There is much to discuss. Such a pleasant place you've carved out for yourselves. It's a shame we haven't been able to pry it from your grasp yet. The world is the same as ever. It's been an honor. She bids us farewell. Where the hell is she? Is she actually from the goblins that continue to attack us? Yes, they are. No, they're not. That's groblins. Okay. And the serpent folk are at war with the keepers, apparently. I was just about ready to sick the military on her. She wasn't gonna make it out of this fortress alive. If my dwarves will finish this, we're gonna get the archer squad situated real soon. I need chalk. And as much as it pains me to say it, the archers will most likely live on the surface. I'll Probably wall this part in and turn it into bedrooms with a little tavern here that they can go to instead of going back down if they want. Could even turn this into their own little burrows to ensure that they never leave. Because really they need to be up here 24/7. I can't be screwing around waiting for them to grab their crap and run up here. A tropical moth? Just about everything tropical is colorful. It's not fair. Even their candy is colorful. Why are you flashing, Vince McMahon? You're dizzy, you're nauseous. You were nauseated by the sun. So another thing that I need to get off my ass and build is a sun garden. Let's place a couple statues out here for now. A sun garden is basically where dwarves will come and set in the sun. And I can't place chairs or thrones out here. I was gonna place something for them to sit on. They could just come out here, read, I guess, if they wanted to. Work on their tan. Get a scent of what the enemy smells like. I'm curious, how toxic are these moths? Are they toxic enough to kill you? What did you make? A diorite figurine of Etor lens distant. Okay. Can I unsubscribe from Moth Facts? I want to see someone eat that bottom moth. Like on one of those food challenge TV shows, tell them that that's a delicacy in some place. Also, I'm losing a bit of frames. I don't know how long that's been going on. Oh well. This is too damn peaceful. One of you nobles needs to cause some chaos. You still need a grand bedroom and a grand mausoleum. Okay. We'll just engrave your entire room then. And probably have to tear down all of these dwarven statues just to get the corners. Yeah, we'll come back to do that. So would the dust kill you, or would you just trip on it? Is it deadly neurotoxin, or is it enough to have fun with? I'm just asking for science. Speaking of fishing spirit, where is our fisher at? It's the only place that has water left. I can see it's 6 of 7. It's apparently a natural spring right there. Which is really weird. I wonder if I could somehow tap that and get an unlimited supply of water. Yeah, man, I've played Dwarf Fortress. Have you ever played Dwarf Fortress on Moth? I guess they could fish in the caverns. It's a shame they can't fish out of the blood pond right there. John Cena collecting webs. You just take a little quick snort off the moth wing, Bomb Zero. You don't have to grind the moth up or anything like that. It's 100% safe for the moth. See, the fortress shouldn't be having uplifting music like this right now. But all they're doing is succeeding at just about everything. And finally some new stone. Firelight. I don't think that was anything I could use. No. Just I don't think it is. They shut down your lungs. Wow. I had no idea I would learn so much about moths tonight. See, again, this is why I should have chat overlaid on the video. This could have been a learning lesson for everyone on YouTube as well. Metal slime. Do they permanently paralyze your lungs, or is this like a temporary thing that we could offset with an iron lung? What type of magic makes it not have a location? You scrub. That's not real moths. This is real moth talk right now. On Dwarf Radio. We're not bringing your Second Life moth fantasies into this. If you want to be a Mothman, there's places and dark corners on the internet for you. It's your life, Metal Slime. You live it how you want to. I don't care. I'll quit judging you. What is that? Rough-hewn tetrahedrite? Is that not a metal stone? If this could be a metal vein. But is that also why mothballs smell so good? Naphthalene? What, it's just... is that carbon and hydrogen? That's all it is? I would have expected a more complex molecule than that. Oh yeah, this. Look at this. I'm not gonna say we've hit the jackpot, but this is much better than nothing. And some more gems or something. Black pyrope. I don't know what you think it looks like, GoldenEye, but it looks like 2 eggs to me, getting ready to be served with bacon and toast. Isn't everything a carcinogen? Could I sue my employer for years of having to stock shelves of mothballs and getting like their dust and crap all over me? Can that be the next big asbestos break? Actually, you know what? There's a way to fix this where I don't have to send them back. I can... This is a new setting. Auto mining ore and gems. I think this means that they'll auto mine these veins out, but I could be wrong. Oh, thank goodness they do. This used to be a feature that was only in DF Hack, I believe, and then Toady added it. Wow, metal slime. All I'm seeing in that picture is months and months of fishing bait. Just go out there with some big jars. There's gotta be hundreds of them on the ground. Now this is a thing of beauty. If I'm being honest. Hands off mining? Yes, please. Let Urus take the wheel. More things need to be in the hands of my dwarves. See, I would never use that feature in DF Hack because it felt too cheaty to me. But now I'm perfectly fine with it. My biggest concern is that we break into a water source and then drown all of these dwarves. That was a pretty long vein, and if they had more skill as miners, if they were perhaps more than just what they are, higher than legendary, each tile could have been a piece of that. That is tetrahedrite. I'm trying to think of a use for these tunnels, like once we abandon them. It'd be a shame just to let them go to waste. Could start putting coffins down here. Because our first tomb area is basically full at this point. It could show where all of those things were. I'm pretty sure it was customizable enough that you could also turn that feature off. And we've got another vein down here. So let's go check our smelters, because I'm actually curious. Let's see. We can smelt tetrahedrite ore. I want all 3 of my furnaces, or all 3 of my smelters, basically running full blast at this point. You say it's just copper and silver? Revy, that's not too bad. We're gonna have some cheap copper armor, I guess. What is this? Gonzo is taken by a fey mood. Okay. He was down there grabbing stone to craft with. He's a kid, but he's already pumping out pretty good crafts. Not quite masterwork yet. Barden, we don't have a TV here. My dwarfs are Amish and we don't believe in electricity or power of any kind that our dwarven bodies don't make. You know, I think this place is messed up enough that it can have some veins cut through it. I don't care. Dig all this stuff out. We'll patch it up afterwards if needed. See, to me, this is soothing. Just sitting back, watching the dwarf aquarium and chilling out to some music. A siege would be nice, and a forgotten beast would be better. But watching these industrious little bastards go. Now my question, GoldenEye, is what's better, copper armor or bone armor? I'm sure wooden armor just ranks maybe right above or at the same as leather. If we get invaded by a moth-forgotten beast, I'm going to ban all of you. What are the dwarfs drawing, guys? It's emergent dwarf art. Bone can be really good against, like, axes. And the goblins that we face are basically axe and dwarf, or axe and maces. What is this stuff? Tetrahedrite? Okay. We've got lions outside being tore apart, and a nith somewhere. I don't know if niths can swim. You just stay over there. Cancels construction. See, I've got trees growing up now in my way, so I can't even build fortifications. Those damn elves. We're gonna wall this off. It's unfortunate that you can't build walls over the floors that you've already placed. This will not be fortified on this side, even though it would be nice. Well, I take that back. It would actually be really great if they could fire into our courtyard as needed. Maybe not even have to come down, because they should most likely be keeping their distance. Now that I think about it a little bit. So it goes wood, cloth, leather, bone. Well, actually, I guess cloth is the most worthless. And leather is probably completely worthless too. Most likely only good against being punched. Or bitten. And I think biting seems to be one of the most prized combat abilities in the entire world. From what I've seen. Where's all my chalk stuff at? I know you can layer things, but doesn't that cause serious encumbrance problems for your dwarves? Or am I just making up imaginary problems that don't exist? I probably have Cataclysm on my brain still, where every freaking thing you wear is a blessing and a death sentence. So basically what I'm doing is just flooring this in, and we're gonna fortify this and then square this off here. And then, I'm not entirely sure, maybe have one more Z-level tower going up so they can shoot down arrows right there. And then down here we'll have double doors. But I guess we'll need this. I should probably remove the center of this, maybe. And just have a narrow walkway. That way the dwarves can still fire down on things coming through the tunnel here. I hate building structures outside. It's much easier to dig and craft in stone. For now, my March dwarfs are completely just suited up in leather. I think we can go in later and add chainmail tunics and stuff over the top of that if needed. Okay, what the hell is in the way here? I thought it was tree, or leaves at first. Chalk blocks. Someone's probably going to use that stone to build something somewhere. Or that stone is just glitched to a dead owner. Got linden chest. It's good to check your job screen every now and then. See what's been suspended. Well, what I'll also have like piles of arrows up here and stockpiles, so they won't even have to necessarily leave this place to resupply. We'll wall this off and have bedrooms down here, so even if they're sleeping, the enemy still has to come basically right next to them. So we'll make this into a sculpture garden. And nobody owns it. Everybody's free to come up here and party in the sun. Especially our military dwarfs that don't ever get out, because our dwarfs are already having serious problems with it. Especially Vince McMahon. He's nauseous from the sun. He's throwing up purple plump helmet goo everywhere. And when my soldiers have to come to the surface to fight and they're all puking, you might as well just dump them into a pit of lava yourself. Yes, it's gonna be puke everywhere, Peacock. I should probably have my... Actually, yeah, A, B, and C. I want you guys to all just come station yourselves out in the sun for a little bit. We're gonna have a vomit mosh pit going on. But I really think we're gonna be sieged or have a Forgotten Beast soon. The fact that we haven't had a Forgotten Beast yet terrifies me. We're almost out of meat. Got tons of drinks and everything else, though. Most of our meat is tied up in the lavish mills that are being created. Mostly by David Bowie. I don't know what Raidsoft has been doing this whole time. He put his cooking duties behind him. I'm looking at Dwarf Therapist, Raidsoft, and I don't think I disabled the skills on you that I thought I did. You were still set to be doing a whole bunch of worthless stuff. Like a level 18 farmer now. Well, there's 3 pukers. Who are the weaklings? We have Barden, who's puking, Deeds, who's puking, and Rambo. Buff knives. The rest of the dwarves are taking turns to laugh at them. Yep, it is, cave adaptation. And we finished all the coffers that we'll hopefully need for this foreseeable future. Most of my, well, a lot of my civilians that path outside, they'll be perfectly fine. The main thing is get your dwarves out in the sun every once in a while. I've lost entire squads that had to go fight on the surface and weren't used to the light. So they just lay there and puke while they get stabbed to death. GoldenEye says he's had enough. He heads back in. Where are you going, weakling? It's Deeds. Leaving a trail of puke. He says he's had enough. Another puker makes their way out here. Vince McMahon again. Eventually, what I would like to do is, again, we're going to expand this wall out at some point. And then I'm going to have a section that is completely walled off, and the only way to get to it is to either climb over the walls or come up through the fortress. And that'll have its own little sun garden area, maybe a pond that gets refilled by bucket slaves. And it'll be a fancy place for the dwarves to go outside, mostly safe. I mean, if something can fly or climb over the walls with the archers at the top, then yeah. Those dwarves in there deserve to get their shit kicked in. A lot of my problems with my forts are that I make really big long-term goals that I just slowly work towards. Like, that could be a project that we could realistically complete by at least, summertime. And have, like, the ramp start here. That winds its way up into the walled area. A quick, easy retreat from the residential area. No, I want idlers for now. I want them kind of mingling, because none of my dwarves have friends. My dwarves are all loners. None of them are married except Diggy Bear and Deso. And that doesn't lead to much fun. I want them to all love each other. That way when they start to die, they freak out. I will smooth that down. All of the nobles are happy finally. And all you want, you douchey GoldenEye, is one more table. And no vest exports. Our mandates are thankfully very simple. Tables and vests. The occasional set of maces thrown in. I guess it's pretty similar to that. I'm not sure we're ever gonna have this fortification done. I really want to just dump that stone, get it out of there. This will be the one kink in our system that doesn't get closed, and will spell the doom of the fortress. Hey, Sockmund, what's up? Well, it doesn't sound like that if you're watching Dwarf Fortress. You should run some statistics on the fortress. Consider it extra work, extra practice. I think it was glitched and there were actually 2 stones on there, because I just canceled the fortification. And magically another stone shot off to the side. Okay. Maybe now they can finish it? Honestly, the stream's kind of winding down. I've only got about another 10-15 minutes. And I'm kind of disappointed in the progress of the fortress tonight. We've made good progress on expanding it. We've got kind of a metal industry set up. Let's check our stockpile. How many bars are we up to? We have 27 copper bars, 50 iron bars. Where's our silver at? And only 8 silver bars. So we can definitely start making some copper and iron armor. which is probably what we'll do tomorrow. Go through some of the squads, see who has gear and who doesn't. Okay. Let's get this all marked up. And tomorrow night we'll definitely be going down to the second cavern layer as well. I want more ore than just this. We're gonna start getting a little bit greedy, I think. Begin to dig too deep, as is our birthright. You know who we haven't seen for what seems like a long time? Our good friends, the elves. I hope the elves show up with a moth army, Barton. I'm not saying we'll shoot them down out of the sky. I might actually end it now. I'm getting tired. And before too much longer, we're gonna get sieged or something, and I don't want to end it on that note. Maybe we can take their moth wings and make armor out of it. Decorate our helms with their glittery moth wings. It is late winter, almost 1882. It's 27th Obsidian. It might actually switch over to the new year here in a second. Which means we'll have made it through yet another winter unscathed. No kobold thieves, no kidnappers. Not even a siege. The year started off with a bang. But it's definitely petered out. We have 131 dwarfs, so we're 9 away from maybe the cap that we need for Bowser. And tomorrow night, maybe we'll get this fortification built. The one gap in our defenses. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I will probably stream tomorrow night, but wouldn't really count on it. And the wet season has arrived. So 1883 is where we'll pick up next. Have a good night, guys.